Today we can see about how to implement stack. Implementation of stack by using a list. Last class we studied about stack is a LIFO data structure. That is, element that is inserted last will be removed first. That is why it is known as a LIFO data structure.
See this program. It's a menu driven program. From this topic you will get 4-mark question for your board paper. Normally question is like this. Write a program to implement stack by using list. Or it can ask like this. Write a function. Write a push function to implement or push function to insert an element into the stack. Or they can ask like this. Write a pop function to remove an element from the stack. So normally it will be 4-mark question from this chapter will be there. Now see this program. It is a menu, one question based on this one question we are keeping for the record also. We have to implement stack by using list. That is a record program. So it is a menu driven program. See that menu is three options are there: push, pop and display. It is just only the menu I displayed over here. See that it is a repeated program. That is why I use this while loop over here. OPT is already initialized as Y. And OPT is equal to Y. These three menu options will be displayed. And you are asking to the user which choice you want. If the choice is 1, you are calling the function push. Here the push is a user defined function. I didn't define that function over here. And if choice is 2, we have to call the function pop. That is also a user defined function. And if the choice is 3, we are calling the function disp. And the last one I am asking, do you want to continue? If you want to continue, again the menu will be repeated there. So this is the basic program, basic things of your program. That is, just a menu is over there. And now I am going to define individual functions. That is, I am going to define push, pop and disp function. They are the user defined function. So first step we have to define or create the stack. See that I just created the stack. The first sentence, S equal to empty. That means it is an empty list. Stack is implemented by using list. So S is equal to empty square bracket means you created a stack or you created a list, which is an empty list. Next I am going to define the function push function. So I told you function always come above the main program. So here I am going to define the function. So the keyword def and the function name is, see that the function name I just called the function name as push. It is a user defined function. So I am going to give the function name as push. This is the function name. Next I am going to define the function. Push function means we are adding an element into the stack. So cell element I am going to accept from the user. Input, enter the element. See that I am not converting that into integer because there is no calculation is coming over there. You are just inserting into the stack and at the same time you are removing from the stack. So there is no calculation. So that is why I am not using the int over there. I am not converting that into integer value. Now see the element is accepted and we want to insert into the stack. Stack name is S. Yesterday we studied how to insert into the stack. By using the method append, you can insert an element into the stack. So stack name is S dot. See that already I declared the stack over there. S is the stack. S is an empty stack now. So S dot append of and the value A. So see, this is your push function. You accept the element from the user and after that you are adding or appending or inserting into the stack. This is all about your push function. Now that function is over. And the second choice is pop. That means you have to remove an element from the stack. So I am going to define the function pop. Pop is also a user defined function. I just call the function over here. See that choice is 2. I am calling the function pop, and that function I defined over here, def pop. Now first step, you have to check whether the stack is empty or not. So for that I am going to write if S is capital S equal to empty. This means stack is empty, there is no content in the stack. So I am going to give the message print stack is empty. Stack is empty. Next, else. That means the condition false, stack is not empty. If stack is empty, you are giving this message. Else means there is a content is there in the stack. So yesterday we studied how will you remove an element from the stack using the method pop. The pop pop is the method of your list. So using the method pop, you can pop an element from the stack. The element will be the top element of the stack. So I am going to write r equal to s dot pop. Now I am going to display that popped element. Print popped element is, which is a popped element, r. Popped element is r. So that is all about your pop function. That is also a user defined function. Push means you are accepting the element and inserting into the stack. Pop means you are removing an element. By using the pop method of the list, you can remove an element from the stack. And the third choice, what is the third choice? Third choice is display. Display means you have to display the content of the list. Yesterday I told you when you display, you have to display it from top to bottom, not bottom to top. That means the last element must be displayed first. Last in, first out order. That means the last inserted element must be displayed first. So for that I am going to define our third function, def. Function name is disp. And here, yes, first I am going to check whether the stack is empty. If the stack is empty, there is no content is there, so you can say stack is empty stack. So I am going to check if len of s equal to 0, or the other method also you can use it, whether you can use this method whether s is equal to empty. Here I am just using len of s is equal to 0. That means the length of the stack is 0. Length of the stack is 0 means there is no content in the stack. So I am going to give print empty stack or no content in stack. No content in stack. That is a message. And else. Else means here I can display here. This is my display function. Else, that means their content is there. I am going to give a message then current content of the stack is, current content of the stack is, this is only a message and we have to display from top to bottom, last in, first out. That means the last inserted element will display first. Last inserted element will be there in the last position of the list. So to find out the last position, I am going to find out the length of the stack. len, see this one, indentation is wrong. It is length of, yes, I just find out the length of stack and we want to display from last to first or top to bottom. So for I in range. The last position is length is L. So the last position is L minus 1 till the 0th position. 0th position means till minus 1. And we want to move backward. So updation will be minus 1. I in. For I in. And here print S of I. Print S of I. Check it whether you understood or not. First you find out the length of the stack, and from the last position is L minus 1. From L minus 1 till 0th position you are displaying the content, and that is print S of I. That is all about your disp function. See, once again check whether the functions are working properly or not. The first one is your push function. You are adding element into the stack. Second one is pop function. You are removing element from the stack. And third one is disp function, that is used to display the content of the stack. Now I am going to run this program and check it is working or not. Yes. Menu displayed there. Which choice you want? 1. Enter the element. The first element inserted is 90. And after that, when I press the enter key, it is asking, do you want to continue? See that after accepting 90, it should display the current content of the stack also. I didn't mention that there in my program. That is why it is displaying this way. If I am saying continue, yes. Again, I just want to insert one more element. So the choice is 1. The element is 80. Now we know that there are two elements are there. The first element is 90 and the second element is 80. So it is not displaying the current content. Whatever I given is 80, that is inserted, but I want to see after inserting each element, I want to see the current content of the stack. So I have to edit the program. Before that, do you want to continue? Yes. One more element I want to insert. The choice is 1 and the element is 60. See that element is inserted there. But it is not showing the current content of the stack. Again, yes, choice 2. See that the first is 90, then 80, then 60. 60 is the last element that is inserted into the stack. Choice 2. Pop. That popped element is 60. Again, I am giving S. So I want to go for second choice itself. So that means you will get 80. Again, choice 1. So that means I am going to insert 30. That means you have 90 is there along with 30 is there. See that? Do you want to continue? Yes. Now I am going to give the choice as 3. We have two elements are there. 90 at the bottom and 30 on the top. See that 30, 90, the top element displayed first and 90 is on next element. So this is the way you have to implement the program. Now I told you after each insertion I have to see the current content. After each push operation I have to see the current content. So after your choice 1 call, choice 1 push call is there. Along with I am going to call the disp function also. So that means after inserting the element, when you call the disp function, it will show the current content of the stack. At the same time, after the pop function also, after removing an element from the stack, I am going to display the current content of the stack. Disp is there. Now run this program, see the difference. Choice is 1, element 90. See that current content of the stack is 90. Again Do you want to continue? Yes. Choice is 1 itself. I just want to insert 80. After that you can see, yes, that is current content of the stack is 80, 90. The last element is 80 and the previous element 90. Do you want to continue? Yes. One more element inserted. That element is 20. 20, 80, 90. Next. I just want to repeat it. Do you want to continue? Yes. 2. The popped element is 20 and the current content is 80 and 90. So this is the way you have to implement your stack. I think all of you understood the program. This is a menu driven program. First you have to type your menu part, and depends upon the choice you have to call the function, and you have to define 3 functions: push, pop and disp function. Push function means just accepting an element and inserting into the list by using append method. Pop function means first you have to check whether the stack is empty. If the stack is not empty, by using the pop method you can remove an element and you are displaying onto the screen. And the third method is disp method. In disp method, first you are checking whether the length of the stack is 0. If the length of the stack is 0, then you are saying no content in the stack. Otherwise, you are finding out the length of the stack, and from the last position till the 0th position, you are displaying the content. This is all about your stack implementation. Simple problem, simple program. So, study this program. This is always will be there in your board paper. Thank you, children.